balcony, so I just scan away real quick and do this vertical live. I have a video up in the morning about the game, a review, talk about the stats and stuff. But but yeah, it was. I mean, it was. It lived up to the bill. I dubbed this game the game of the week. You got Pittsburgh and the Jets, Russell starting. We also got 49ers and Chiefs. I really ain't excited about that game, honestly. But it's a big game this week, So there's some good games coming on this week. But this was the one. And Minnesota jumped out to a 10-0 start. Dan Campbell with the fake punt set us back a little bit on the road. Montgomery going down, number 74. I can never pronounce his name. He had the jitters. Let me say this about playing in Minnesota. It's tough. That stadium was loud. So a lot of the offensive linemen and communication, you got to understand too. Zyfer was out. That hurt more than Aiden Hutchinson being out, just to a certain extent. Even though 74 were playing the NFC Championship game and he has some experience at guard, the problem is the cohesiveness. And Zyfer had been around the league so long that he's played with a plethora of different, offensive linemen and different teams and, different situations. I believe, he played in a lot of big games. With number 74, and even with guys like Panisse Sewell, Taylor Decker ain't really played in that many big games for real, that it's a little different. That was a test for them, and I think that's a test that had to happen for the offensive line to be able to communicate with each other in those things. Remember we played NCAA back in the day, and the stadium was loud. You couldn't really read the pre-snap play, and the lines was ziggly and ziggy-zaggy and all that. That's what they went through today, So they went through a lot of that adversity today, offensive line. They played from behind. Sam Darnold in Minnesota. Darnold's one of them quarterbacks that, really, he got a lot of experience. But as a true starter, he was 2-0 against the Lions going in today. Remember that I was at that Jets game that they beat us with Stafford that Monday night, and then he beat us with the Carolina Panthers, which I really don't remember that game. But yeah, once you start looking at the test they went through, that was beautiful. Gilliard, what's his name for the Minnesota Vikings? He nice. The big fella that we kept holding, he nice as fuck too. So Minnesota don't have a bunch of big names on their defense, but they play well together, and they started to make names for themselves. And really, when Darnold, I'm feeling some dirt. When Darnold usually get a lead, Minnesota get a lead, it's a wrap. They play Houston, and Houston lost to Green Bay today, in Green Bay by 2. I just read the score, make sure I had the score right for the title. But double tap screen and like the video, subscribe to the channel, appreciate y'all. So yeah, when they play Houston, I imagine they got up on the lead and didn't look back. That shows the Lions are a battle-tested, mentally tough team. To be able to get down 10 in Minnesota and that crowd started front running, and why they got a loss, you're a little angry dog. Oh man. Oh man. Haters gonna hate. But yeah, the mistakes that they made earlier this season was not sticking to the run. So when Dave Montgomery went out and they got down, naturally you want to be pass happy. That just lets you know what type of coordinator Ben Johnson is growing into, because he started running the damn football. He kept running the football on the road versus that blitz. Most teams would have dropped back. I guarantee you what Houston started doing, even Joe Mixon is hot as fish grease right now. I think he went over another 100 today. Since he came back from the injury, he was hot before then. Only thing I saw was the injury. The average offensive coordinator would have started throwing the ball, and that's when Brian Flores was going to pin the ears back and get after Jared Goff. The Lions kept running the ball. They kept pitching it. They kept attacking between the tackles. They kept attacking the edges, and one pop. Jahmyr Gibbs took one to the house. He's been close all year. And that's what changed the game around. So once it was another play after the Amon Ross St. touchdown, I think it was a touchdown before the half, and they ran a draw, and they scored on the draw. So what that did versus Minnesota let them know that they just couldn't play the run while rushing the passer. So they couldn't blitz, because one thing about when you blitz, if you run and your running back get past the first wave of defenders, it's six. That's the thing about blitzing. When you put 5 or 6, 7 in the box, if you get past that first, it ain't nobody left. And 9 times out of 10, it's you and the safety, you and the DB. I got a 220-pound, 10, 30-pound running back coming at me. A safety can't do nothing with that. A corner can't do nothing with that. So, that's why you run the ball versus the blitz. This is why you got them delays and halfback draws, them pumping handoffs. That's why you got all them things. That's what they there for. So they kept running the ball. And, when you go for it on fourth down, as the Lions do, when you go through it on fourth down, you gotta respect the run on third down. That's the difference. So when you got a team that go for it on fourth down and that's not scared to run for it on third down because they look at fourth down as an extension and not just a kick, you gotta make sure you check your play call because, sorry, I'm picking a dog shit. You gotta respect the play call because they may run it and it may go for 6. So they couldn't blitz recklessly. So the game plan was to really run the football. And what turned the game around was Jahmyr Gibbs' run, and that made Minnesota have to think twice. They made them think twice about what they was gonna call. And the game has momentum shifts. Come here. Usually, when you on the road with an inexperienced team or a team that's not pretty good, when you on the road and things don't go your way early, everybody, the head coach panicked, the offensive coordinator panicked, the defensive coordinator panicked, the quarterback panicked. And, what they did was they kept running the football. They kept running the football. Weathered the storm. After that touchdown to Gibbs, they had a nice play where they had Tim Patrick come down on the down block, a receiver. They had him come across the formation, down block the tight end. I mean, down whoever that is, the defensive end, whoever that was. It was a max protect. But it was a funky max protect because instead of bringing an additional tight end or extra offensive lineman in or another running back in, what they did was they used Tim Patrick, 6'4", 200 plus pounds, to block, and he did the job. This is why you ask your receivers to be good at blocking. He came across the formation, got that down block down, and that was it. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown again. No, come here. Miles, stop. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown versus safety. It was a zone blitz. And the safety played the deep half of the field. But safeties are safeties because, once again, as Braylon Edwards said, they corners with no feet. So, and as a safety, it's already tough because if you flat-footed, you really reading everything. And once Amon-Ra St. Brown got a full head of steam going, and usually that play probably wouldn't have worked if Jameson Williams was in St. Brown's spot because they would have rolled the coverage to him. So they're not accustomed to St. Brown going deep, and he can go deep. And we know George Pickens, he made those comments. Double tap the screen, like the video. George Pickens, made them comments about, Amon-Ra being a slot merchant and all that. He can do it all. That play right there shows you that Amon-Ra St. Brown can go deep. He can take it short. He can catch it over the middle. He had a couple big catches, and it wasn't J-Mo day today. Who knows? Maybe the game plan, it was Amon-Ra St. Brown in the running game. And that's the sign of another football team that's confident. Like, when you got a reputation for being a great run defense, most teams don't even try to run the football. Most teams wouldn't have stuck to the run. Minnesota defended the run pretty good early. Most teams would have ventured away from that. But when you the Detroit Lions or you a confident bunch like the Baltimore Ravens, guess what? I don't care if you're number 1 in defense, number 2 in defense, stopping the run. or whatever you is, we gonna run this fucking football, you know? And sometimes reputation don't always, be true. And the Lions say, regardless of how good that Minnesota is at stopping the run, we gonna run the football, you know? So they ran the football with authority. They attacked every point of that defense running the football. Up the middle, between the guards, between the guard and center, between the guard and tackle, off tackle, they attacked them. And that's how you deal with a team that like the blitz. You take away the complications. When you blitzing, you stunting, you shifting, you run straight at them. You run straight at the blitz. And that's what they did today. And Minnesota really never had an answer. David Montgomery fumbling the football. I think he might have hurt his hand. I forgot what he hurt earlier. But he fumbled that football, and that gave them momentum. That changed the game. That game should have been a 2-score game. Well, we know with the Lions, it ain't never that easy. But, next up is Laporta to start the bubble. So a lot of teams is paying attention to Laporta, and they taking him away. So a lot of teams not paying attention to Jamison Williams. So guess what? It was Khalif Raymond Day. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown Day. So I think the only thing we really waiting for this offense. Hi. Hold on. His name Miles. Come on. But yeah, but the thing is, only thing they waiting on is Laporta to pop, for real. And really, Tim Patrick and Allen Robinson to get it together. I don't know how long that's gonna take. But the bigger thing outside of Laporta is their ability to get the backs involved a little bit more in pass catching. That's the only thing Jahmyr Gibbs missing right now. In between the tackles, off tackle, pass protection, he was great today. He's missing to catch the ball out the backfield and be a better receiver. And once that happens, it's a wrap. Because he's a true running back. He just got to become a better receiver. But offensively, Goff was efficient again today. Best quarterback versus the blitz. We see why. His pinpoint accuracy. Like I said before, I was impressed. He on another level right now. He got the bag. Started off slow probably because they didn't play preseason. But the ball placement's been good. I think it was Gilliard, whatever that dude on their defensive end was. He stopped a touchdown with his pass rush on Goff because he missed Khalif Raymond. That would have ended the game right then and there. That pass to Khalif, and you see how Khalif is naturally better being that fourth receiver, so they seen a matchup with Khalif, and that's one thing I like about Ben Johnson. I'm going to talk about the defense in a minute. That's one thing I like about Ben Johnson. The thing about Ben, he going to who got the matchup. It ain't, oh man, I got to feed J-Mo, or I got to feed St. Brown. Only thing he gonna feed on a consistent basis, the only person that he gonna feed on a consistent basis is that running game. That's it. Other than that, what make the Lions offense so tough, it could be Khalif Day. It can be Tim Patrick Day. It can be, hold on. It could be J-Mo Day. It could be Laporta Day. It could be Brock Wright Day. We done seen that happen before. So it literally could be anybody day. So it's really hard to game plan versus the Lions. Make sure I double tap the screen to like the video. It could be anybody day. So when you don't know who gonna be the killer of the day, it's hard to defend. They say, okay, we're gonna take away J-Mo and Laporta. Bet. Khalif stepped up. Bet. Amon-Ra stepped up. Bet. Jahmyr Gibbs stepped up. Even when Montgomery came back, Montgomery had some big runs. He had some big runs. So you don't never know with the Lions offense. You really never know who gonna be that guy. That's the crazy thing about it. You just never know. It's an equal opportunity offense. But defensively, they play well. From the jump, even on the short field, even a touchdown to Justin Jefferson, that was a great play design by Kevin O'Connell to have Jefferson line up in the slot, motion Addison inside of Jefferson and put Jefferson on that fade route. That was, come here. That was a beautiful. That was a beautiful play design, and it wasn't too much Amick Robertson could have did in that situation. Jefferson, the best uh, receiver in football. We've done a great job historically keeping him out the end zone, but that was just a good play call. They was man to man. They called the beater. I'm imagining Addison probably ran some type of in breaking route on that, and they cleared it out for, Justin Jefferson to get one on one on. They cleared it out for him to get one on one on the slot corner. So that's play design. And George Pickens could talk about a Ahmad Rye and slot merchant and all that. That's cool. But look at Justin Jefferson. They do a lot of things. They do a lot of things to design to get him open. Slot, motion. They try to do a trick play on us that we invented in Detroit. It's crazy. Like, we don't defend against that. And defensively, Aaron Jones, and that's where Aiden Hutchinson was missed today. Believe it or not, they missed Aiden Hutchinson stopping the run, because a lot of their runs that Aaron Jones had success on, and I don't know why Green Bay got rid of that guy. He a problem. A lot of the runs they had success on, they was on Aiden. They was usually on the side Aiden Hutchinson be on. Real spill. A lot of the success they had running the football, they had on Aiden Hutchinson's side, on that edge. So, but what they did was today, to make up for a lack of pass rush with Aiden Hutchinson, what they did to make up for that lack of pass rush, they blitzed. They blitzed, and the brother off the practice squad, Nakua, whatever, he had a great play, sniffing out the screen play to Aaron Jones. O'Connor made a play. I think he from Eastern. Then the other white boy made a play. He made a couple good plays. Rodrigo played well today. Anazoni played well. Jack Campbell made some stops up front. Aleem McNeil made some plays. Pascal kept getting injured. I told y'all, when it rains, it pours. So when you start seeing one defensive end get hurt, another one get hurt, one position get hurt, that's the way it goes. So they tried to get Hassan Reddick, and all of a sudden the Jets get a deal with him. So it seemed like the Lions was willing to do a deal with Hassan Reddick. So really, it looked like Hassan Reddick really owed the Lions, some love, because if the Lions didn't come into play, Hassan Reddick probably don't get that deal he get done. And they waived the fines and the fees. So Hassan Reddick, to be honest, the Lions really was about to get Hassan Reddick. So, with Deshaun Watson go down, now you turn your eyes on to Zadarius Smith. Apparently, he allegedly blew his Achilles out. Now you turn your eyes over to Myles Garrett, potentially. So now you kind of looking at those type of things. I heard they interested in the Michigan linebacker. Used to be at Michigan, Josh Utley. So also the Lions are interested in him as well. So yeah, they got to get some more pass rushers in there, man. A couple of them. I think Pascal will be okay though, but they got to get a couple pass rushers in there. So that got to happen sooner than later, in my opinion. So, but Cleveland might have a fire sale. Did Jacksonville win today? Anybody knows Jacksonville won today? Yeah, Josh Utley. I don't forget his name. Did Jacksonville win? I forgot that game came on. And I woke up pretty early this morning. Yeah, I forgot that game came on. But yeah, let me know if Jacksonville. Oh, Jacksonville dominated. Okay. The New England Patriots. So maybe they may not sell so fast. So, but yeah, they got to get a couple more edge rushers in there. But the young guys is doing well. Young guys is doing well, but they got to get a couple more in there. But overall, they linebackers, they safeties. Brian Branch with a hell of a pick. Kirby Joseph with a good stop on Jordan Edison to stop a touchdown. So they made hell of a plays tonight, man. They made a hell of a play. The defense played really, really well, because they easily, if that defense wasn't any good, that game could have easily been over by half. And that's what happened to Green Bay. That could have easily happened. That's what happened to Green Bay. So the Lions defense has got depth. They got dogs, and hopefully we get a Derek Barnes back. Hopefully we at least get that guy back. Hopefully Pascal okay. Hopefully Dave Montgomery okay. But defensively, Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph, they just ballers. Carlton Davis did well today too. Don't be surprised if you don't hear him get a contract pretty soon. He been really well. Terrion played well today. And look, it was so funny about Terrion Arnold. You know, what's so funny about Terrion Arnold? Every time it's a flag on the play, he looking back to see if it was a pass interference or a hold. This shit is so funny, dog. Every time it's a flag on the play, or he think it's a flag, or they make a play on the ball, he looking back at the ref to see if the play is good. Then they got my boy. Then they got my boy Whiplash. So what you call it, gunshot. Watch him next time. They got Terry on my boy gunshot, bro. But he playing really, really well right now. So I mean, they playing at a high level. You just gotta hope, And really, they ain't really even hit their stride yet. That's the crazy shit about it. Like that defensive backfield ain't even jail yet. You gonna get F.A. Melifanu back, who is their best blitzer, which with Aiden Hutchinson going down, that's the thing. That's the thing. And when they couldn't manufacture a pass rush last year, one of the people they called on was F.A. Melifanu to be a blitzer. He is one of the best blitzers I've seen in a long time. He's a hell of a blitzer. You don't know if he coming, he going. And they gonna be, when they get him back, that's gonna be a huge boost for the Detroit Lions. That's gonna be a huge boost for their pass rush, for their defensive backfield, for their depth. So they just gotta go find a couple edge rushers. Don't mean they gotta be, Myles Garrett. They gotta be, one of them gotta be a name. Za'Darius Smith, a Trayvon Walker, somebody just mentioned him. They got to get a couple of them dudes, solid dudes out there, and I think they'll be okay. So you're on the phone with Cleveland right now. The main conversation is probably Za'Darius Smith, but the side convo is, what about Myles Garrett? It makes sense. He go right up the street to Detroit. He not in your conference. We don't really play Cleveland a lot. So give him an opportunity to win. Y'all got to find a quarterback. Why not come get some assets? And that's the only guy I'm willing, not named TJ Watt or somebody like that I'm willing to give up 2 number ones for. And I live with it. I live him and Aiden Hutchinson on the same line. But in reality, Za'Darius Smith, Josh Hines Allen from the Jaguars, Trayvon Walker from the Jaguars, Za'Darius Smith, Josh Euclid, anybody amongst them names. Another team that's not playing so well out there. My brother from the Giants. I like him a lot out of Georgia. Aziz Lordry. I like him a lot out of Georgia. Yeah, but let me get some comments. Oh man, come on, let's stall him out, Debo. Stall the squirrel out. You gonna pull my arm out the socket? Oh, he taunting you now, bro. He taunting you. You gonna let him taunt you like that? I bet he don't get him. Go. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here, man. Come on. Miles, come here. Come on, man. Come here. No. Yeah. My bad, y'all. He caught one squirrel, and I had to take the squirrel out of his mouth. We was at a senior citizen place. So you can't kill the squirrel from these old people. What's up, Miss D? I see you. JR Gitter, I see you. He said, I thought the Lions were going to be like the old Lions, find a way to lose. It looked like it earlier. I ain't going to lie. This one of the games that scared me. I thought, yeah, me too. He said, Trey, what's going on? Yeah, that was a big win. You just not going to be swinging me around here, buddy. Chasing squirrels. So my heart was pounding so bad. Yeah, especially when Dave Montgomery fumbled. Looked like the NFC Championship game. Hold on. He said NFC North is truly the best. Easily. You know, what's so funny? I didn't watch much of the Houston game, any of it, honestly. But Houston just don't seem like they should be taking the steps they should be taking, to be honest. I don't know if it's Stephon Diggs or whatever, but Houston offense just seemed, I know Nico gone, but Houston offense, I think Stephon Diggs is a team killer. St. Brown was going off. Yeah, he was going off. Yep. Josh to salute. That's a tough loss. Yeah, I thought y'all was going to win it early on. But when y'all get a lead, y'all defense and team is designed to play with a lead. Y'all ran the ball pretty well, too. He said, y'all execution was great today. Ben Johnson called a hell of a game. Yep, start running the football. Most offensive coordinators would have kept throwing it. And that's where y'all would have pinned y'all ears back and got turnovers and sacks. J-Mo should have got more involved. Yeah, but they probably was taking him away. I can't say that definitively, but, you know, people can say that about Laporta, too. Nah. Tomorrow, he said they tried to play the Lions, though it's Vegas. Yep. They covered that spread. Static Major salute. He said we needed a Hail Mary. Yeah, they blitzed on the hill. They sent 3 or 4 on that last play. That was smart. That last play where they talking about, well, it wasn't a runoff. But had the Lions did the same thing, it would have been a runoff. Hold on real quick. My bad, I had to take a call. But, come on. Yo, bro, about to make another move this week. Yeah, it's going to have to happen soon. The Lions should go after Myles Garrett. That'd be a movie. It'd be a wrap then. We at the Super Bowl this year. I ain't going to be premature because low-key, we dropping like french fries out there. Come on. Man, you wearing my arm out on this walk. He wearing me out. He said we only had 1 minute to get the ball. Hail Mary. Yeah. They almost got that shit too. But if that was the Lions with that ball, they would have called a runoff at the end. With legal procedures. Facts. Gibbs needs to improve his pass catching and block. His blocking, he made some key blocks today. The Lions have so many weapons than they do. Can't believe we lost. Yeah, that was our first loss. It's kind of count for double when you lose a division game. Y'all ain't humble us, but we'll see y'all. Believe we see y'all New Year. Oh, yeah, it's the last game of the season, ain't it? That's going to be a big one. We got the 49ers late in the season, too. Yeah, we blew out someone. I want Trayvon Walker. Yeah, we need Effie back ASAP. Yeah, Melifano, nice. He said we miss Hutch. It showed we definitely need some edge. Yeah, we didn't miss him in the sense of, we gonna always miss him as a sense of everything. But they really missed him on stopping that run today. What up, Walter? Whoever wins NFC North this year probably got a chance to make the Super Bowl. Well, I'll say this. They all got a chance to make the Super Bowl, not the Bears. And that's just because they don't have the experience. But what I will say, whoever the hottest going in, healthiest and the hottest is, that's who probably gonna win it. Boy. Stephon Diggs have an attitude problem. Yep. Top dog. Salute. Hey, tell him bring his ass down here. Hopefully we can play y'all, the Packers and Bears, hopefully in the postseason. I don't like playing niggas 3 times. I'd say that flat out. Yeah, I don't like that. Stephon Diggs is a team culture killer. All fighting with people is unnecessary. Yep. He said he left Minnesota because he didn't want to be number 2 option to Adam Thielen. Like, come on now. Definitely not a team player. He said 49ers look very beatable this year. Well, they got the injuries. So, yeah, they got the injuries right now. 49ers, humble pie. Yeah, the 49ers got injuries, but we don't even know how serious Christian McCaffrey injury is, to be honest. So it seemed pretty injured. All right, brother. So it seemed pretty in. So, but I'm gonna have a video up probably tomorrow morning doing the game. I want to do a Piston live stream. I'll probably go to the game Saturday, honestly. I would like to go Tuesday, but I gotta wake up early, go to work. So, but Minnesota, man, they got some dogs on that defense. And Justin Jefferson, that's my favorite receiver in the league, bro. Like, no matter who the quarterback is, he produced. You look at Tyreek, quarterback be like, it determines everything. I'll drop my bag out my phone, out my pocket somewhere. They trying to trade for Miles. They trade for Miles. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm gonna have to get the half and half Hutch and Garrett jersey. My Kobe said he know a seamstress that could do it for me, so I'm definitely getting that. But yeah, I can't wait for that against Scott Dog. But we have Edge against them offensively. Yeah, I would say, but they play caller is just as good as Ben Johnson, though, man. The shit that he was cooking up. Yeah. When they gonna suspend Jordan Addison? Didn't he get a DUI or some shit? When he get suspended? Why he ain't suspended yet? Suspend that nigga for the last game. But yeah, let me get out of here, man. I'm gonna have a video up for y'all tomorrow. Maybe a Piston preview up Monday or Tuesday.